Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Xite Gaming podcast, the place where you come for the games, but you stay for the truth. Home of the empty promise. My name is Chris, and I am delighted to be joined here in episode 32 of the podcast by my best friend, James D. Downey.
Hello.
Hello, D. D, thank you for joining me on what is a number of things we have to get out of the rotation. This is the first podcast of 2018.
It is, yeah.
Or 2018, depending, if you're metric or not. This is the first podcast we've ever done bright and early in the morning. The current time is 11:32.
So we just made it.
But by the time we got up here, it was nice and early in the morning.
Yep.
And this is also, I'm sure there's something else.
Friday.
Yeah, we don't normally shoot a podcast on a Friday, do we?
It's all, well, yeah, we might do, but it's very cold this particular Friday morning.
Very cold this Friday morning. So I appreciate the effort you made to get up out of bed early and join me here on your day off.
Yeah.
And on my day off. It's unusual that we both have days off.
Yeah.
That we can just come up and do an early morning podcast. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to the events that are about to foretold.
Nailed it. The events that are about to foretold.
I was going to say be foretold. I wasn't sure if that worked.
Unfold is the word.
Unfold, yeah.
You're looking for it.
How are you, D? How are you?
I'm very well, actually. I think we all had like the most depressing days of our lives. Maybe the 2nd or 3rd of January, we all went back to work.
Yeah.
God.
It was pretty rough.
It was just awful.
Yeah, so the last I seen you would have been right before New Year's Eve. We did a podcast with DJ Smack Lachlan.
Which he chose that name himself.
Yeah, he chose it himself.
Yeah.
And a quick just note to anybody watching this podcast or listening to this one. The reason last time that the podcast messed up so much was because I forgot to give D the actual SD card we needed for his camera. So we had to use a different one. And it wasn't like scripted the way D normally has.
I don't know what happened, but we told the camera to record every 20 minutes, and the camera only recorded for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we had half a podcast, but there was 10-minute gaps between everything.
We still had all the audio, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's normally
good audio.
It's normally one of the other messes up. Either we have crappy audio and brilliant picture, or we have all the picture.
Right now, we have neither.
Yeah. No.
We're just talking to ourselves.
Talking to ourselves. This is all a test.
Yeah.
An audio test. But that was the last time I would have seen you, and then. How's your week been from that?
No.
Yeah, I did. I seen you after that, but not for a podcast. Yeah, I knew you were going.
Because that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your week then.
So we did that. What day was that when we had that podcast?
That was on the 28th, 29th, around that, I think.
So, not much happened then after that. I think I had the days off. I think I had days off work after that.
Yeah.
And, it was a weekend. That's what it was, yeah. So, yeah, just chilled that weekend, basically. Didn't do much because I was very aware of the fact that the Christmas break was coming to an end, and that was depressing me.
Unfortunately.
Yes, so I was kind of like, I've got to make the most of these days off and do nothing with them.
Quick question on that. Do you find it more depressing when the Christmas break comes to an end or when the summer break comes to an end? Like when you were kind of at school.
Oh, when I
know
was
you
at
don't
school?
get a summer break now?
No, see, the summer break was such a big break. It's kind of like by the end of it, you're kind of like, okay, well, it'll be interesting to at least change things up.
Yeah, ready to get back into a routine.
Like to school.
Yeah.
But Christmas was always so short. It was like, nah, come on. Like even if it was a couple of weeks when you were in school. But like now it's like, you get a couple of days off of Christmas. You got to book the rest of the days off if you want them off. And it's like,
it's just nothing what it used to be.
It just feels like, you're on not borrowed time, but like when you're taking days off Christmas, it's like you can't just take as many as you want. No. You only have a finite amount of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm very thankful for you being off today.
I know. I am very thankful for being off today.
Yeah.
Went into work on Tuesday morning and I was like, nah.
Was that your first day back?
That was the first day back. Yeah. And I was tired and I was just not up for it at all.
Not
I was like,
functioning.
I'm not having this.
No.
This is not going to be a full week for me. So I booked off Friday that day.
Yeah.
And I had a 3-day week then. So it was handy enough.
Nice. I met you on New Year's Eve as well.
Yes.
Came down to the house.
I did, yeah. Went up to yours and played Mario Kart?
Yeah, we played some Mario Kart, right? We dominated Mario Kart, actually.
Well,
we dominated.
I don't think I dominated much now. I think I won. I beat you in one race.
Yeah.
Well,
in fairness, to me...
But it pissed you off.
Yeah, it pissed me off big
pissed
time.
You off
I
enough.
The full set. Yeah, we were joined, obviously it was me, you, Aisling, and Joe. A good friend of ours. We played some Mario Kart, we had some drinks, we had some...
Pizza.
Oh,
delicious pizza.
Which was actually very good pizza.
Very good pizza.
Yeah. And that was a great way to reel in the new year.
It was actually, yeah.
A quiet way to reel it in.
Beers.
A couple of Go-ers, and Mario Kart was a
It was a raging success.
I was going to say, and then FIFA.
Yeah,
along.
FIFA was actually great, Craig.
It was surprisingly good because I know whenever we normally play FIFA, it's usually just like, oh, I'm just getting so sick of this game so quick.
I can't have FIFA
It was
much.
different in the Switch.
I don't know if it was the Switch or not. Oh, it definitely added kind of like a more, not a comical element to it. It's like you didn't have the full range of controls on the Switch. So you're kind of like, everyone was kind of coming down to bare bones.
It was very basic FIFA.
Yeah, there's none of this skillage going on. Like,
no, it was pass and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked well as a team, I have to say.
That's the other thing. I think that's what made the real difference. See, when you're playing by yourself, like a 1v1, it's like kind of like you get frustrated when things don't go your way, and you kind of go like, "Ah, shit, that's not working out for me." But when there's two of you, you're not really so much focused on when you mess up. You're kind of like, "I gotta get the ball over to him." What a pass!
Exactly. Yeah, you can kind of when things go bad, at least it's not just all on your own.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, oh well, you know, I had a shit
and also,
teammate.
it's a lot more rewarding whenever like like our team goal.
Our team goal was spectacular. D. I mean, we worked that from the back, carved open the defense, made our way through, and it wasn't even like a due goal. It was just a perfectly executed.
It was just
finish.
a great goal. Is what
it was
like.
fantastic. Yeah, it really was.
We used our numbers well, but
that's
I kind of enjoyed that more. Whereas when you're playing by yourself, it's kind of like you're always thinking one pass ahead.
Yeah,
and you're not really like kind of like, oh, where's my man? Where's my man?
Exactly.
It's not more exciting.
It was great. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed. So back to work this week.
Yeah, back to work. So yeah, New Year's was very quiet, which I was very thankful for. I wanted to have that. I wanted to have New Year's Day not hungover,
hangover free,
more or less. Like
that was kind of like your last full day off.
Yeah.
So
you know, like I wanted to have that day so I could sort of like, you know, like get ready for the day ahead. Like the work coming back.
Get ready
to work.
for the new year.
Yeah. So I sort of sat up and I watched a couple of films. I watched La La Land.
You told me you watched La La Land.
Did I? Yeah.
How did you find, for the people listening now? How did you find La La Land?
I enjoyed it in the end. Right. Initially, I knew it was a musical kind of film, right? But I didn't realize it was a musical. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'd seen the trailers. I thought it was kind of like it's kind of celebrating musicals, but it's a film like celebrating musicals. So there might be like
a bit of singing here and there.
No, I thought maybe it was just going to be like showing scenes from musicals or like I don't know.
Oh, right. Okay.
I did know for a fact that like the main characters were going to be singing and dancing in it. Like, that's what I mean.
Okay.
I kind of thought this was going to be like, you know, like a celebration of Hollywood and all them big musical and good films and stuff. Yeah. So when it started with like a full-on song and dance sequence, I was like, I might not bother with this.
Yeah, okay.
Because it was late in the morning. Like it was like 11:30. I started watching it. It's a 2-hour film. Basically, what happened that night is that was New Year's Day. Went out for lunch with my family.
Yeah,
for a lovely dinner. And
where'd you go?
We went to Conquer Wood.
Oh, was
just
it
up the road. It was actually very nice. Yeah,
right,
I had the chicken wrapped in bacon and stuff.
Oh,
it was actually very, very nice.
Yeah.
I went there and then I went for a few drinks with my family and early night home.
Yeah.
I fell asleep really early.
Yeah.
I fell asleep at 8 o'clock and I was like, this will be great. I'll get a nice big long sleep. I'll be well ready for work the next morning. Woke up at 10.
Oh no.
And I was buzzing.
No.
Couldn't get back to sleep.
No, that's horrible.
That's the worst.
Woke up a couple of hours later.
So I woke up at 10 o'clock and I was like, right, I'll just lay here until I fall back to sleep. And it wasn't happening. And then the thoughts started getting in my head. It's like work in the morning. Oh my God, I need to do something to not think about that. So I opened up Netflix, which never works in our house, but it was late enough and there was no one else
on
the internet. So I could use it. And La La Land just popped up. I was like, fuck, I'd like to see that.
So you watched it all on Netflix?
On my phone, yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty good. Like. But as I say, the first scene is a musical. Full on song, dance. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, here we go.
I might just see what else is on.
Yeah.
But I persevered through that. And then it got to the bits with Emma Stone in it.
Yeah.
I really like Emma Stone as an actress. But it was very musically as well. And I was like, right, I don't know about this at all. But then whenever it got on to the bits with Ryan Gosling, he doesn't sing nearly as much. And his bits were more like film parts, and I was kind of like, okay, this is actually a pretty good story now.
Okay.
And I followed it the whole way through, and it was good.
Yeah.
I'd say
you persevered and you enjoyed.
I'd say you'll enjoy that film, even if you don't particularly enjoy musicals. And if you enjoy musicals, you'll probably really enjoy it.
Yeah, is it really? Like
I don't know, because I don't really know.
It's like a real artsy film.
I don't know if it's a really good musical either. Like, it is a real artsy film, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Like, main characters love, like, jazz and cinema, and you're like,
yeah.
They don't feel like particularly real characters to me, but like they're
quite pretentious.
Yeah, they're just not real. Like,
okay,
I just don't know anyone who like dedicates their lives to like old jazz.
Yeah, I'd like to meet someone who does.
I'm sure there's someone out there, like, but I don't think that type of person is going to be like Ryan Gosling.
No, or Emma Stone.
And Emma Stone, and I was just like, They're not real characters. Like they're clearly.
And if you are, we'd love to hear from you in the comments.
Yeah, please let us know if
Yeah.
you love old jazz.
Yeah, smooth.
Smooth
You watch
jazz.
anything else over the New Year's break?
Over the New Year's break, I watched Black Mirror. I remember we said
That's right.
last podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did. I remember saying at the time I'll probably have it read up before the New Year, and I
Yeah.
did actually have it read up.
Yeah.
It's good this year. It's a
Excellent.
good season. The first episode is still probably the best,
Heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah.
and I'd recommend anyone just go watch that first episode of season 4. It's because there's no continuity to it. It's just a standalone episode. All of them are. Just go watch it. It's very good. You'll enjoy it. You really enjoy it. There's that, and then there's a couple more good episodes, but I don't think on the whole it was even as good as season 3.
Right.
Although a lot of people are saying it's the best season.
I've watched none of it, so I can't really.
Yeah.
Are you hearing?
I'm hearing. I'm hearing those drips.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pause briefly just to stop that.
We're free framing. Chris is going to stop the drips, and he's going to do this in a very sort of advanced way. Brand new technology we've developed here at Xite. What he's going to do is he's going to put a cup underneath the source of the drip, and I don't know if you can hear that, but the drips have stopped. And now we're hearing a little plop instead.
I mean, is that what we want to hear? I don't know.
I think I prefer that because we got a right bit of equipment over there getting wet.
Yeah.
I hope the sound of the water just plopping in gets louder and louder.
I hope it doesn't get too full. I wonder how full that's going to be by the end of the podcast.
I think we'll be okay.
I think drip should be
I think
okay.
at the end of the podcast you should down whatever's in that cup.
We'll see. We'll
Will
see
we?
how the podcast goes.
I think you should just chug it.
Okay, we'll see how the podcast goes.
But yeah, that's what I watched,
Nice.
and I finished. I told you this earlier. I just read up last night the original run of Futurama.
Yes.
So the
season
first 4
1,
seasons.
Yeah.
And
excellent.
it's a great show as well.
It's phenomenal.
I definitely recommend
Yeah.
checking it out.
I only started watching Futurama when we were in high school. And
Yes.
I mean, I watched when it was on TV like years and years ago when it first debuted, and I didn't like it because back then it was all about The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And-
Futurama just seemed like a knockoff of
Yeah.
it.
But I love that show. That is a fantastic show. And the first 4 seasons, by far the best. I suppose I haven't watched the rest yet. I've watched the movies, but I haven't watched
Yeah, I
the
haven't.
movies.
I've seen bits and pieces of the films that they did.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
I think they took the 4 films they did because after the first 4 seasons of that show, it got cancelled, and then it came back on Fox or something
That's right, yeah.
as 4 straight to TV films,
Yeah.
and they were okay, I guess.
Did they break them up then into
Yeah.
a season or
And
something?
then they broke it up into a season of television. So the 4 films got split into 4 episodes each. That's a bit weird.
It's a
like.
bit silly, yeah.
And then they came back properly, and they have like 2 full new seasons.
Yeah.
now. And each of those seasons are split in 2 as
Yeah.
well. So
So excellent.
I'll get to watch those for the first time
Yeah.
shortly.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
But all in all, it was a quiet New Year's.
Quiet
Chris.
New Year's. I
What'd you get
was
up to?
very similar, very quiet New Year's. So obviously we did our gaming and stuff New Year's Eve. New Year's Day I had a turkey dinner with the family.
Ah,
It was
nice.
very, very nice. Because I only had like my Christmas dinner at the house. And then after that there, I had dinner up here, my granny's Boxing Day. And then after that, I didn't have any more Christmas dinners. And normally in our house, we have Christmas dinners like for like 4 or 5 days straight. And
Right.
I didn't because I had a wedding and then I went back to work and then I just wasn't getting dinners.
Thank God.
So
It's a
it was really
travesty.
nice to get another turkey dinner before the year was out. What did I do then? I was back to work the next day. That would have been the 2nd. Went back to work. Just standard week at work, really.
Were you working all week then? Yeah.
I was working all week. Yeah, right
Till
to
today.
to yesterday. Actually, I was off. So yesterday and today, I was off both days.
Oh, nice.
So yesterday I decided my day off I wanted to get some recording done. I wanted
Right.
to start getting some. So I went back through just to see what of Crash Bandicoot I had, and it turns out when I recorded originally the first Crash Bandicoot remaster, the first island or the first game, sorry, the audio decided not to work because I had the headphones plugged into the
Oh yeah.
remote control.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and re-record Crash Bandicoot. So the first video went up obviously a while back, and it was great because dominated the game. It was fantastic. Everything was going well.
Dominated it.
So yesterday I jumped back into it, and I was like, right, ready to go. I'm just going to blaze through this, 40 minutes, get this island done, record it out of the road. It didn't go well at all, It took it's a serious loud plop, isn't
That is
it? Yeah.
Harry Plopper.
Yeah. It took a long time to get set up, first of all, because Elgato was just being fucky.
Yeah.
It kept doing this thing where it was literally saying there was no source, and then it was shutting down, shutting back on.
Oh, I had that for so long.
Then it it did this thing. I must show you the audio after. It really pissed me off. It recorded okay. Now the recording itself, you'd swear I'd never played Crash Bandicoot before in my life. It was such a disaster. It's unbelievable. So
is this the remaster? Yeah.
Yeah. So the last one was excellent. Like I was blazing through it. This one is. It's going to make a lot more entertaining video, put it that way. But yeah. Then the audio came out, and I'm like a whole like octave lower. My voice is deep the entire time. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what happened with the mic? And then I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what's going on?
Turns out you had James Earl Jones mode turned on.
Yeah. I need to configure that, yeah. So I had to take the audio, put it into Premiere Pro first of all, and then export it as like an Apple sound file because it was the only one that would work. And then import it into Audacity, and then change the pitch in Audacity, export it again, and then take it back into Premiere Pro and sync it up with the old audio. Talk about a handle. And now it does this thing, and I can't figure it out, where like every 2 minutes it just goes brrrr, and the audio stops for like 5 seconds, and it just jumps back in. And I'm like missing audio every like 2 or 3 minutes.
Fuck's sake.
So I have to do like the Let's Play has to be all cut up. It's cut up quite concise. You won't notice it's there whenever it's not there. Yeah. But to me, I'm just like, what the hell is the matter? So I was looking up a couple of, troubleshoot problems, why this was happening. I can't figure it out. So Elgato is just being really fucky at the minute. And it's not the time I need it to be because I want to get stuck into the Minecraft series next week. And it's just an absolute handling D, and that's pretty much it.
I think anybody who's done the game videos on YouTube is probably familiar with this.
Knows the problems,
of Elgato or whatever.
Because there's no way of even like testing halfway through, your recording. I'm just going to see if this is working.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to either stop the recording and go again, or
you can do like a 5-minute test at the start, and everything will look great. It'll look fine, and then it'll turn out like after 5 minutes. That's when Elgato decides to go fuck it.
So we've been lucky most of the time that we've done like joint recordings. Most of the time it's been okay.
It has I can remember so many times where it's like
just a stupid
something
mistake.
Has not
silly mistakes too.
There's times where maybe I remember the time. Sure,
we did Mario Kart once and
we didn't record any of the video. Remember that?
Yeah, we didn't record any.
No, we didn't record the audio at all. We fucked up the recording of the audio, so we had to use the audio from the video.
From the video, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that was Rocket League. And I tell you what the problem was there. The audio from the game was far too loud.
Oh, that's what it was.
And our audio was far too low. So all you could hear was all these cars like
whenever we like shouted like in delight, then you could hear us going.
Yeah, you couldn't hear us, so we had to use the other audio. Oh, it's been a nightmare. So I need things to pick up because I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into some more recording for the channel now and getting some more blogs up and stuff like that. And I just want things to start going smoothly. But we'll talk about that when we get to our main topic.
Yeah.
I watched Toy Story 2 over the New Year's break.
Nice.
And I watched... No, I spoke about it last time. I watched Jurassic World.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. I've been watching The Office. It's excellent. I think I talked about it last time as well, so I'm not going to dwell on it. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week, quiet week. Big news today is that we have a LAN party. The first LAN party of the new year is happening today. After this podcast, we're going to go get a bite to eat.
Oh, we are. Oh, we're going to brunch.
Yeah,
is it going to be brunch or it might be lunch by that point?
I think brunch would probably be happening now. So
it'll be an afternoon brunch.
Yeah, post podcast brunch.
Yeah.
Any ideas what you're thinking? What you're thinking to eat?
I actually have zero ideas. I don't even know where we're gonna go.
Neither do I. Yeah.
We could go Blaney. We could go Armagh. We probably could go Katie. We probably won't go Katie.
Although you talk very highly of all the fine food establishments.
There aren't any fine food establishments in Katie.
Yeah, we'll probably get a bite to eat before the LAN party, and then we're gonna get set up before all the guys come out. So we have Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Halo 3 all in the cards for today.
Oh, it's not like a retro. Not even. Would you consider that retro? Those games?
Yeah.
This is kind of like a retro LAN thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to find good games for like local co-op.
Yeah.
This generation. Like,
it's very hard. No. So we're getting together all the old Xbox 360s, hooking them up, and going to have a wheel of a time there.
A wheel of a time.
I was actually tempted last night to put in Modern Warfare 2 and try to get my
ready.
sniping skills back, to where they are. But I think it's just going to be a TAR 21 kind of day for me. It's not going to be
TAR 21 YouTube. Combo.
Aaron was talking to me about that last
Oh.
night. He was like, "I'm gonna noob tube."
No,
And I was like, "I
no.
swear to God, if you do, that's it. It's over."
I wouldn't mind, right? I like being able to, complain to somebody, oh, you fucking noob too. But he's so fucking good with it.
He's very good
It
with
frustrates
it.
me so much.
Like we're talking cross map shit here. Like,
I was just like, you can't move, then you blew up because of
I
fucking
know.
arm.
It's so fucking annoying. But yeah, that's what we have to look forward to after this.
He'll get his comeuppance.
So we'll segue on with this podcast, which takes us to the news of the week.
It's the news of the week.
Okay. Couple of big pieces this week.
I'm glad you have some big pieces, because I have 0 pieces of news.
Not even big pieces. We have a big local piece that we are obviously going to touch
It's
on.
big in the local Mid-Armagh area.
Yeah, that's it. Another piece, I just got a quick piece because we are a semi-game talk show.
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
It's actually a gaming podcast at the end of the day.
Yeah. So PlayStation ended 2017 as the king of consoles, pipping Xbox with greater game sales. Physical disc sales were up by 6.6%.
That's good.
On 2016.
I thought digital would be starting to make a storm,
Yeah, but the Xbox One machine sales were down 11.1 over the same period. Industry insiders believe this is because Sony had much better first-party exclusive games on their console.
Yeah.
So you had titles like
Horizon and
Horizon Zero Dawn, on the new Uncharted campaign, Gran Turismo, all boosted sales incredibly, and then Xbox kind of failed to make.
they didn't have any first
many
party.
offers. I mean, you had
Cuphead,
Halo Wars 2,
PC,
Cuphead,
PC as well.
Crackdown 3.
It's not
Oh no,
out yet.
it's pushed back. Yeah,
It's not yet.
and Sea of Thieves pushed back to this year as
I
well.
don't think Sea of Thieves was only meant to come out this year. I think.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
But they
looks
do
promising.
now. They do have PUBG.
Oh yeah, PUBG. Yeah.
So I'm hearing quite dreadful things about it.
I've heard it's not. The game is. It's
not.
It's an
running.
early access game.
Yeah, it's not going
And
to
they
run.
put it
well.
on disc,
Yeah.
like so.
It'll
It'll get there, but it'll take time. Like, and I think it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only like £20 or £30.
Yeah.
It's sold as a pre-access game, or early access game,
Yeah.
but like, don't buy it. Yes,
No, don't buy
I
it. Don't buy it in your consoles yet. Play it.
Yeah.
You want to play PC?
No,
or
I
play Fortnite even. You wanna
play Fortnite.
Fortnite actually looks so good at the minute.
I don't know.
I'm watching a lot of people play it. I'm
can't-
watching a lot of Let's Plays, and I'm like, I
like the idea of it,
watching
right?
highlights and stuff. Yeah.
But I just don't get the building mechanic.
I don't understand that either, because
Yeah.
if it's a map that it's constantly
Yeah,
like
short
degrading,
shrinking. But
yeah.
then I get Fortnite as a game built on that primarily. They only added the whole battle royale thing after PUBG. I don't know. PUBG, I don't even know. Like, I'd like to play it too, but like,
I feel like if I were a player
it
of
wouldn't work.
Fortnite, could I just play the game without building anything? Could I just hide?
yeah, you could.
Yeah, so I would probably enjoy that.
probably play it. Like
But yeah, PlayStation ending the year as the king of sales and
on
consoles.
top.
I didn't actually get the numbers on the Switch, but I'm sure it did quite well.
Well, I mean, the
So
Switch,
it only came out.
they didn't make
Oh, no,
enough
they
of
came
it,
out
did they?
March, yeah. No,
they
yeah,
didn't
that's
even make
very
enough
true.
of it to beat PlayStation.
Yeah,
so
no,
it was never
obviously they
gonna
wouldn't have done that.
happen,
But
like,
I'd like to see their figures.
I
And what they
think
actually
there's something
do.
about the Switch. It was selling better than
360.
I think it sold better than the PlayStation 2 in its first year, something like
right,
that.
Yeah, okay.
Something that would suggest like it's going to do very, very, very well next year.
Yeah.
This year, sorry,
Yeah.
2018, 2018. The year for Lord 2018.
Oh, I literally just got a message from Francois.
Okay, Chris.
Oh, I actually just got a message from Liam as well.
We're kind of on the air right now.
I know
Chris.
we're on the air, so I'm just gonna.
Kind of feels like you're doing
just gonna
personal
close it.
things. You're in business hours, Chris.
I'm sorry. We're back into this. I did have another piece of news. I'm not going to touch on that too much because it's
I didn't
quite
get any
boring.
messages.
The big kind of local news. Do you want to? Can we delve into this?
I'd like to go into it because I just can't wait
I
to
can't
shit
wait.
on it.
Okay, yeah, see him. So we are from the north of Ireland.
Are we like? I know we do generally.
No,
Talk about our places
St
of-
Patrick's High School, Katie.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay,
100%.
fair enough. Yep.
Yeah, it's out. It's all over the news now. We're not shitting on it. We're literally just going.
We're
with
just
what's
talking
been
about the
said.
news.
So there has been alleged.
Nothing short of a scandal, Chris.
It's a scandal. It's outrageous. It's fucking disastrous. Is what it is. Alleged exam cheating going on has come out in the high school that we previously went to.
Yeah.
It's all come about. There were rumors circling quite a while ago, actually. I had heard stuff because my sister's still at the school, and she had told me about stuff that was going on. Didn't think too much of it, and next thing, boom, it's all over the news.
Yeah.
There's news vans sitting there. There's teachers left. There's teachers stepping down. It's all fucking. Their whole Facebook page has been shut down. And
has
closed.
it?
Oh yeah,
I didn't
completely.
even know
Yeah. And to be honest with you, D, we both said,
not surprised.
it's great. I mean, it's not great. I'm not a bitter person, but whenever you really have a dislike for a lot of teachers and a lot of people, you're going to get your comeuppance.
We're
You know
not
what I mean?
bitter, but they deserve it.
Yeah, too many teachers and staff have been walking about that place on their high horses for so long. D, it's time.
I'd
get
love to
pulled
see them
back
come down
down.
for it. I probably should mention we both attended this school,
Obviously,
which is why we
yeah.
have such strong opinions.
So let me read from the Belfast Telegraph.
Oh,
D,
the
what's
Belltale,
been-
bite.
Okay, so BBC reports that the allegations concern GCS.
Hang on. The Belfast Telegraph is writing a news article
On
based
the
on what the
BBC
BBC report.
reports,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes perfect sense.
Allegations concern GCSE English and Maths exams at St Patrick's High School in Katy in the summer of 2017. The school said in a statement it was, a quote, cooperating fully with the investigation, which means they had no fucking other option but to
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
I
go
mean,
with
like, if you didn't, then it's more or less admitting guilt.
The Council for Catholic Maintained Schools and the Council for the Curriculum Examinations and Assessment have also been informed. The school said the allegations concern a small number of pupils entitled to... oh no, did I cut that off?
Oh,
I
you
cut
cut
my
it off.
screenshot off.
You son bitch.
The principal and board of governors acted swiftly on the receipt of the allegations and immediately elected to invite independent external assessors to examine the arrangements for and conduct of these examinations. Quote, there is no suggestion of systemic or widespread malpractice in the conduct of examinations to Patrick's High School. We have put in place additional arrangements for the supervision of pupils entitled to access arrangements. Blah, 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 blah. A spokesperson for CCEA or SIA said, and I quote, we do not comment on allegations of malpractice.
So there you heard it there first, folks.
So
Allegations of
basically
malpractice.
from what I gather from this thing is
They cheated.
teachers were worried that pupils were not going to do so well in their exams. They were kind of worried about this because it obviously looks bad on the school and with their exam results. So they kind of got, how do we say, extra prompting during exams
Given help with the answers.
help with the
basically,
answers.
I've heard reports of that. Obviously, only rumors. I mean, like a lot of the stuff we heard before this came out was rumors. But I've heard reports of like students coming out saying, "Yeah, no, they basically told me the answer
I also heard
to some of the questions."
I don't know. I think this is from what I've gathered from my sister being at the school. There was a teacher that was there beforehand who allegedly had a class who was teaching, and apparently she was aware that several pupils were falling below short of what was expected from the class. So they were approached by the principal of the school, asked to kind of do something about it. Quite shady business. This teacher said no to it, and within a week she had to take leave. I said leave in quotations. Yeah, she was asked to take leave. A lot of the people thought that it was because, of family emergency or something like that. And it's now come back round that she took leave because she pretty much stood up and said, no, I'm not cooperating with this at all. So good on that teacher, obviously, for not doing that. But a shitstorm is about to hit the school.
I think so. I think it'll probably come out that that there was malpractice, that it did happen.
Absolutely.
I think they're not going to get. They're going to be, what do you call it, penalised on some cases of it, the cases of they have evidence of.
Yep.
But I think it happened a lot more than we know of. I know not for a fact, okay, but I know I've heard of these things as well. Students have been asked more or less to leave because they're not hitting the necessary grades.
Yep.
Which would bring down sort of the average of the school,
Which would then look bad in the school.
I think it's also important to mention, was it 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, that this school was voted the best in the
school,
UK.
Yeah.
And it was I remember this at the time thinking, like, it was a very good school when we attended. Like,
when we attended,
we had some great teachers.
It was run very well. Oh, absolutely, couldn't speak highly enough for
it was a great school.
We had, yeah.
And then sort of as we got towards our sort of A levels, so we were like preparing for university and leaving that sort of high school, it sort of it was the change in management, and it kind of became more of a business in my eyes than a school.
100%.
Pushing for awards and high scores and stuff like that.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
I just think this is sort of an extension of that. It's like this school has decided it's going to try and succeed and do really, really well, and it's pushing the students, and that's a good thing. And then you have things like this where it's like, to avoid getting negative scores, you get poor marks in certain areas. They're asking students to leave. They're helping students in exams. And another thing, and I think this is kind of like relevant to why they're being investigated, is, do you remember it was soon after there was the new principal came in, Pat McGuckian, and she started this thing where she'd bring special needs students into the school on Fridays or Thursdays or something. Remember that? One day a week, just for sort of like just basically to be like sort of taught different subjects.
Sort of like and to kind of interact with everyone else in the school. Yeah, I do. Remember
that was a good thing. But this is kind of, I remember reading about this on the BBC article. So the allegations affect a small number of pupils entitled to additional access arrangements. Additional access arrangements help pupils with special educational needs or temporary injuries who may need extra time or specialist assistance to sit exams. And I think rumours again that we've heard is that recently there was quite a few of the sort of special educational needs students who were coming through and passing these exams, and it looked very, very, very well.
Yeah.
From the outside that the school was able to do this, and now it transpires possibly that they were helped,
which is a big
not
shame.
for their benefit, but to make the school look better.
Look good. Yeah.
It's not to their benefit to be told how to answer the question, because it's not gonna inspire any knowledge there. Like it's just gonna,
there is
being
a
spoon-fed
lot
doesn't do that.
I think to me it just seems like from we left, an awful lot of the main teachers that kind of were there, the kind of heavy hitters, I feel like.
The old guard.
The old guard, they have left the school, and it just seems that it's constantly deteriorating, and these new staff are kind of coming up through the ranks,
that school has been set on fire twice when we left.
3 times? No?
3 times, sorry. 3 times a fucking lady.
I think it happened like twice in a couple of months.
But it lost, like, I remember it used to be, like the idea of a fire or something like being set off by a pupil would just madness, like, and it happened twice.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah,
short succession.
It used to be such a school of like, not like pristine, like, but it was always kind of like very highly regarded school.
Yeah.
It was a very good school to attend.
Very good school. It's a public school as well. Like,
yeah, of course.
And, so it's not like a
private,
like a grammar private school. Like it's.
And then
just a good school to have went to.
It's just started,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're gonna get your comeuppance. That's what I think.
I heard, and my younger sister went to the school for a couple of years then after I did, obviously, and she had some negative reports about it, the way it was being run.
See, my brother, the exact same up until he left. My sister has the exact same problems now with most of the teachers.
Yeah.
And then I used to work with a lot of people who went to that school as well, and they all had the exact same problem. And it's like, why is nothing being done about this? That kind of way. So I honestly feel absolutely zero sympathy for them at this time.
Not currently, no. Not with the people who I know and I'm familiar with whenever I was at the school.
Yeah.
Who are now running it.
I
can't feel sympathy for those people.
No.
Because I sort of just know
they should be named and shamed, in my opinion, because like this,
they know what they were doing.
Exactly. And it doesn't. It's another key part of this as well is the actual pupils who have to kind of carry this as well, that maybe were my exams did I not do as well.
That's
that kind of unknown.
This is, and they tell you this is school every fucking day. This is your future. This is your livelihood.
Yeah, you will be writing down these grades for the rest of your life. Yeah,
and they'll drum that into you, and that's in a way to try to inspire you to do well, and yet at the same time they're sitting there jeopardizing it.
Yeah.
By giving you answers or whatever, so that they're it reflects better on them that their students did well.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's only going to get messier, and I look forward to keeping up with the story as it progresses. But if you obviously have heard about this and all, do get in contact with us below in the comments.
Any Cutie High alumni
is right.
Get shit all over the
let
place.
us know what has been going on
our comments.
Yeah, because
I know there's so many people who have resentment for that school.
Yeah, this is your kind of not leeway. This is your medium to act through right now. Act through the Xite Gaming podcast. Send us your opinions. We'll read them out. I don't give a fuck.
No. Like, we went there. All right?
I went there, done with the school, cut all ties completely. I think there's still maybe a handful of teachers, both past and present, that I actually like and respect,
Yeah,
and I would never do anything.
That's the thing when we went
drag them down
to that school.
Yeah, exactly.
We got on to like definitely became friends with quite a few teachers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And definitely respected a lot of them.
Yep, a lot of them.
And then there was enough of them that you couldn't respect, and that you couldn't, and there was
Not
no
even-
mutual respect there.
Yeah,
at
you were
all.
kind of at school. You were kind of praying for something big like this to come along
Yeah.
and really shake them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Get in contact with us, obviously through the YouTube page. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us Twitter. You can find us pretty much all social media outlets. Just find us. Let us know what you think.
We're not on
Comment
Tumblr.
We're not what?
We're not on Tumblr.
We're not
I was
on
trying
Tumblr.
to think of another social media thing.
Yeah. We're not in Snapchat either.
No.
That takes us to this week's main topic.
Have you any other news?
No.
Good.
Well, I don't. Do you? I think that was kind of
no.
I was so excited to kind
I
of
know,
be
yeah.
talking about that news.
It's local news, so
I can relax.
for all our international viewers,
Yeah, fuck,
you know,
actually,
fuck
sorry.
is.
Yeah, there was a couple of people who actually watch in Canada or the United States.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
It's big news.
Yeah.
Not
Apart from
even.
that, D, let's move on to our main topic. So,
Red.
okay, D. So it is the new year, and with the new year, it brings along 2018. It brings along, as we see every new year, a whole bunch of resolutions, a whole bunch of new like gym goers. It brings along
What?
gym goers.
Gym goers. Okay.
What do you think I said?
Gym goers.
Gym. It could.
Yeah.
It could.
What
It
is
brings
gym
along,
goers?
The resolutions, the fads, the diets, the new year, new me. All that kind of bullshit. And we're here today to discuss some of them
Yeah.
because it just seems like a good topic to get us off to a flying start.
Yeah.
this
I mean,
year.
listen. If you're not doing one, you know someone who's doing one.
Exactly,
This
yeah.
New Year, a New Year resolution that you're kind of looking at, going like, it's a nice resolution. I hope
Yeah.
you do well, but you're probably not gonna.
No, most
'Cause none of us really
most
do.
New Year resolutions are dead by February.
That's it. Like,
Let's start this off. Have you made any resolutions yourself, or do you make resolutions?
yeah.
No.
I didn't make any explicitly, but I'm finding myself kind of getting caught up in the whole fucking
The aura of the
Yeah, I
I'm
found
gonna do
myself
something new. Kind of.
kind of like, okay. The other day at work when I went for my lunch, they had in the supermarket they had put out little cartons or little like not packs, little trays of just fruit, like
Yeah.
apples,
Yeah.
grapes, pieces of melon, stuff like that, in a little little things for like £1. And I was like, I'll take that one with my lunch instead
Yeah.
of like I normally get like a bag
bar.
of nuts or something.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
take that instead. No, that's a little bit healthier, right? That's
Yeah.
good.
There we go.
I was like, I might start doing that from now on.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm quite habitual whenever for lunch at work, so I
Yeah.
tend to get the same thing more or less every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just add that,
There you go. New year.
New
you,
me.
Clean living.
But
Yeah. My
I
body is
didn't-
a temple.
exactly. But I never explicitly made the statement that I want to eat healthier this
No.
year, and I'm not going to say that I am because
I honestly don't
might
make
last.
New Year's resolutions because I think I'm not so concerned with it being the start of a new year that you have to change something. I'm the kind of person that believes you can kind of start at any time during the year.
and you should
you
start
know?
it.
Don't
wait for the new year to start your new health craze. Do it
exactly.
when
Like
you
you
want
can
to do
start
it.
it at any time during the year, but that's why I don't make it because it's just like, it's not that I don't make it. I mean, there is stuff now at the start, like at the start of the year. I'm like, okay, this year I was gonna set out to do blah
These are
blah
my
blah.
goals, like.
But in terms of like writing down resolutions, I don't bother with that because I just think it's, I could do it at any time.
Yeah.
And it's not laziness either, It's not like I could do a resolution.
My New Year's resolution is to start writing New Year's resolutions.
Yeah,
New Year's
exactly.
resolutions.
So that kind of takes us to discussing some of the big ones that we see every year. So we have the big one I think that I used to always see year in year out is the gym goers.
Yeah. The gym
that seems to be the
memberships, like.
big one. Everyone wants to,
So
new
you'll
year,
see.
it's a health kick,
Aye.
which don't get me wrong. Coming from that kind of background at one point, I am anybody that makes that conscious decision that they want to be healthier or to get into shape. Bravo, hats off. Couldn't commend them anymore, and I think it's fantastic. It's the people that do it because they want to be seen doing it.
It's like New Year. I'm going to join the gym.
Yeah.
Join the gym and don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have the bag. I have the key ring. I'm
Yeah.
part of the gym. I'll go and I'll go to a class and then I'll go sit in the sauna and I go to the gym.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I love seeing people who do try to, change their lives and all that.
But as you say, at any point in the
At
year.
any point in their life, yeah.
Rather
I
just
think
New
that's a
Year's.
big one. Is the new.
Well, you worked in a gym, right?
Yep.
Did you know that you obviously noticed this influx of people in January, right?
100%, yeah.
And
Does
how
it-
many, like, sort of, if you could, like, I know this is completely.
I'd say you probably
anecdotal.
you lose probably about 80%.
80% of the people who join
Yeah,
are gone
by February.
by
time.
February.
Yeah, they get the first month out of the road because chances are, gyms see this and gyms are like obviously gyms know this. It's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We're going to stick on all the deals for all these people, and then they just don't bother coming back.
Exactly.
I don't want to pay like above. You just paid £10 for the month of January, and then after that goes back to like £30. People are like, well,
maybe I won't.
Yeah.
As I understand it, gyms make their trade in January.
Yep. Yep.
It could be a bad year.
Yeah, but January will
And January will bring you back up.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think January and definitely the start of summer are the two big ones for gyms. A lot of people want to go on holidays and stuff like that, and they think
Summer bod.
I need a quick fix. It
Gotta
doesn't
get that
work
summer
like
bod.
that, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But,
I'm actually going on holidays now in July, so I might join around June.
I think you'd be time enough to maybe the start of July.
Start of July, yeah.
I swear to God, man, I seen that one time that there was. I used to go to a PT and we got on very well, and he had this other guy coming to him. And whenever we were finished off, we were kind of talking. The other guy came over to talk to the PT as well, and he was kind of like, so what are we doing today? And the guy was like, oh, I think we want to start hitting my legs pretty hard. And he was like, oh yeah, good. Why? And he's like, I'm going on holidays in 2 weeks, and I kind of want my legs looking real good. It's like, we
okay,
kind of looked
sure.
at each other, and it was like, oh, okay. So that guy has forever got the nickname "Legs for Holidays."
Legs for holidays.
So
legs are for life, not just for
not
holidays.
just for holidays. But absolutely, hats off to anybody that wants to go. I would say persevere with it. Don't go and absolutely kill yourself in the gym. First off,
you're going to put yourself off.
Yeah,
aren't you?
don't go and think straight off the bat. Gyms are a very intimidating place, Steve.
I've always found that.
Because
there's going to be people who have been there for years, regulars who know the crack.
There's regulars, right? And you can have your spot on regulars who are just gym goers.
Yeah.
And then you get your knobby regulars. The guys and girls who are there just because it's a gym.
Yeah.
It's a social. It's a meeting ground.
It's like where they go to sort of like
those are the people who give gyms
flex, pun intended.
Yeah, those are the people who give gyms bad names, and I can see why it's incredibly intimidating, especially for females. It's a big thing for females to have that courage. That's why I like seeing buddies come along. That's why gyms run so many deals. You and your buddy join up.
Right.
Don't be intimidated by it, because at the end of the day, everybody who's in that gym is there to better themselves in one way or another.
Yeah.
Just kind of embrace it. This is at the end of the day, this is your year that you want to start doing whatever. Go with it. Stick to all your basics. Talk to someone who knows about gym. If you need like a workout plan or you need help, don't be afraid to ask. That's what all the people working there are for. And if you do get someone who's working at a gym who is just a real stuck up
dick
prick, that's not a good gym to be in. There are hundreds of other gyms, so that's my advice. Go
so don't go to any gym you work at.
Hey. Yeah. But yeah, they are a really intimidating place for newbies, I guess. Stick with it, persevere with it. If you get through your first 2 months, I think you'll be. It becomes addictive.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, it becomes very addictive.
I tried doing it for 2 months.
Yeah.
It did not get addictive.
No.
I stopped doing it whenever I started working.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't have as much time in the evenings.
Yeah.
And always got back in it
No.
after that. Kind of always regret it.
It is true though. Whenever people are always like, "Oh, I've got no energy to go to the gym." If you go to the gym, you will have energy.
You get it, yeah. But it's the paradox. It's like in order to get energy,
I have to
you have to spend energy.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't feel like spending energy to gain energy right now.
That's a big one. Gym users, gym goers,
Big time.
Another one obviously are the dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people like make the New Year resolution to lose weight.
Yeah.
And like again, it's a fucking great idea to do it and to dedicate
100%,
yourself toward doing that. It's like,
Yeah.
but everyone's looking for a plan and everyone's looking for an easy way of doing
A quick
it.
fix.
And it's a quick fix is exactly right.
Yeah.
And then you have these diets, which again are you know, at the end of the day, they're a business as well. These people who are selling you diets, like, you know, your shakes and your fucking, your, you know, your nutrients and your fat burners and all this, you know, bullshit.
Yeah, you don't need any of that if you're starting to.
I mean, what I've always been sort of told, right, and like sort of from you and from Liam there as well, sort of be into this a lot. It's calories in versus calories out when it comes to losing weight.
That's it. Yeah.
But
it's a very basic principle.
That's never the focus of these. These diets. These diets are more focused on cut out carbs. Cut your carbs. Man. Cut out your carbs. You lose all your weight. Cut out carbs. Oh no! Don't cut out carbs.
That angers me so.
Eat nothing but carbs.
Much. Yeah.
Eat nothing but carbs. You lose all your weight.
Yeah. Eat nothing but red meat. Red meat for 3 weeks. A juice diet. A cleanse.
A juice diet.
That is the biggest load of fucking bollocks I've ever heard. This detox where I just drink fucking, you know, green tea for like 4 days straight, shit out my insides, lose a lot of weight. Yeah, you're gonna.
It will happen. Yeah,
you're gonna lose a lot of weight, but it's gonna be your fucking, you know, all the shit you need. You know, don't do it.
It'll kill you.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Everyone's looking for these ways, and they're you know, obviously these things will promise you the earth, and then you'll buy like. You ever see these like meal plans, and you'll buy like 3 months of a meal plan. And it's like, if you eat nothing but that meal plan, you probably will lose weight and you'll probably be healthier as a result. But you're not gonna.
No.
You're gonna eat other stuff too because it's so hard not to.
This is another big thing, right? It's like you said, it's calories in versus calories out. And one of the biggest things with New Year's like resolution or dieters, it doesn't matter what time of the year people begin dieting, people always seem to think, I just got to go cold turkey.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, I'm not going to eat any more sweets or drinks, or I'm going to cut out all the junk food, and I'm just going to eat potatoes and chicken and fish and rice, and I'm going to lose weight. Yes, you will lose weight. You will lose a lot of weight for the first, you know, 3-4 weeks, depending on how your body works.
Yeah.
That is not the way to go.
No.
Because what you've just done is you've just jumped from, you know, consuming your average right down to all these low-calorie foods. And then what happens whenever you plateau and you balance out, you can't lose any more weight on that. Where do you go? You have to start dropping your food levels then. And that's where you get like, oh, I was only eating like, you know, 100 grams of like fish. Now all I can eat is like 80, you know, or I have to drop carbs some more. And
that's not sustainable.
No, it's not sustainable. In the long term, it's not. You need to start off at a really, really high point for dieting where you can slowly decrease the numbers and you will lose the weight that way. You also fucking need carbs. I don't care what anybody says. You don't. Fat burns in a carbohydrate furnace was the one key thing I took away from like my like learning years ago, is that if you have a fire, right, and the fire is burning, right, the fire is melting this fat. Okay. Right. Now the fire starts to die down, and you need to stoke it up.
It needs fuel.
The only fuel you give it, if you give it carbohydrates like the sticks that you put on your fire, it blazes up and then it burns the fat. You need carbohydrates to burn fat. It's that simple. Don't think that you just gotta. I cut out like rice, or I cut out like rice pasta, and I'm just eating like lean cuts of meat. No, that'll work, but you're gonna drop a lot of water weight. You're probably gonna lose some muscle mass, and that's too.
Okay. That's something I never even realized. I only seen this the other night when I was reading about it. These sort of fad diets, and they will make you lose weight really quickly. But you don't realize, exactly as you say, you're going to lose a lot of water, you're going to lose a lot of muscle mass. And it'll feel like you've lost a lot of weight, because you will have lost weight.
Yeah, muscle atrophy.
But it won't be fat.
Your muscle gets smaller, it shrinks, you know, you're not giving it the things it needs.
And then the almost inevitable things, especially in these fad diets, is, as I say, it's not sustainable.
Nope.
And you'll come off, you lose the weight, and you'll come off and go, great, I lost a stone there, this is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in the long run, over the course of that year, maybe 2 years, in like 50% of these fad diets, I couldn't believe this when I read this, you're going to gain weight. You're going to gain more weight than you started with.
Absolutely.
On the rebound coming off that diet.
Rebound coming off any diet, your body, it just becomes so like, it's like insulin sensitivity, and you know, like you've just limited yourself from all these sugary foods and carbohydrates, and the second you come back to it, boom, you're puffed up. You're like a big sponge full of all this glycogen and all this water and water retention, and people get so disheartened by it. And it's like, you know, well, what did you really expect cutting out all your food so soon? My advice on this one, and believe me that there's advice coming from all different people, this is just literally what works for me, is if you are not planning on going to the gym and you just want to lose some weight and things like that, just start off very, very simple. Look at what you're eating. see where like your calories are coming from. That's a big thing. Like if most of your calories are coming from like sugary fat foods, just start cutting those down slowly. Don't think I just need to get rid of, I need to stop eating all the cakes and biscuits and that's fine. If you eat like 3 takeaways a week, drop it to 2 takeaways a week and then drop it to 1 takeaway a week over the course of 3 weeks. Don't just go, I'm not going to eat anything. Yes, you will lose weight, but you know, again, you're back into that thing. If you are a gym goer, I think what works best for me has always been carb cycling, where on days that you're going to train, like, you know, with your weights, you eat a certain amount of carbs based you know, around your workouts. You have fuel before and after, you know. That's what always works for me. That's what I always do. And then on days that you don't go to the gym, you eat a very limited amount of carbs, spikes your metabolism, things like that. There loads of benefits. Look it up. It's just called carb cycling. That's what works for me. That will not probably work for everybody, but you know, that's what I would do. And it kind of it stops you from getting like, don't think that once you limit all your food, you get very bored with it as well. You know, you think that diets shouldn't be like where you're like, oh, you know, I'm just so restricted and I don't feel, because that's where it gets boring and monotonous, and people are just, if you just jump straight in eating like plain chicken and potatoes, and it's just like, you know, Jesus, like, you know, that would cripple anybody.
It would depress you.
You know what I mean?
You have to keep doing that if it's.
You need a certain amount. Now, there's this, if it fits your macros.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
I don't believe in that 100%. I believe it can work sometimes. Yeah. To an extent here and there, where like, you know, if
you're watching your fat and your
so like all your foods are broken into your carbs, your protein, your fats.
Yeah.
And say like, I don't know, say a plate of like chicken and rice gives me like 60 grams of carbs, 60 grams of protein, 60 grams of fat. Now it doesn't, but let's just say for argument's sake. Or this giant family size of dairy milk gives me 60, 60, 60. You can just be like, oh, I'm just going to eat this, you know, because it fits my macros.
Yeah.
That does, again, it comes down to calories in versus calories out, yes, again. And people are always arguing that all calories are equal and all that kind of shit. But to be fair, like...
there's a difference between losing weight and eating healthily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're going to feel like shit if you eat that big bar of chocolate.
Yeah.
You feel good for the first bit.
Yeah, you're going to get that sugar high, you know, you're going to be pumped and...
But if that's how you're living, like you're gonna feel like shit.
Yeah, I mean, it works. You know, I use it from time to time. Where like if I have to hit like, you know, a certain carb goal by the end of the day, I'll eat like, you know, like jelly sweets and Haribo and stuff like that. I'll just be like, oh well, it fits into it, and I've already hit the rest of my macros for the day. I'm good. I'll eat this. But normally, like, you know, once a week, I'll just go all out and binge eat like just whatever the hell I want. That's how I like to do it, and then that kind of satiates me. Is that the word? Like hunger satiety? I think I used this one other time as well. Everybody looked at me. Satiates me. For the week, and that's me good. That's me good to go. Satiate. I know hunger satiety is a thing.
Satiate. It is satiety or something.
I don't know.
It's like satisfied without the satiety phase.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about. But sautés it with peas and onions.
Yeah, it's delicious. But that's my advice anyway. Just don't go cold turkey. Don't start doing silly things. You will lose the weight, but it's not going to be good weight that you're losing. Yeah. You know, weigh in on a regular basis. You know, keep track of your measurements.
The idea of a fad in and of itself immediately shows you that it's wrong, because I think if you're going to be changing to do all the things you've just said, that's a lifestyle change. That's not a 2 month or a 1 month diet. That's a quick fix. That's a lifestyle change where you're going to be sort of eating like that. That's it for permanently, more or less.
I'm not saying it has to be like that either. If you're just looking to live like, you know, that little bit healthier, you know, cut out like the real fatty foods, the heavy, you know, fats, you know, the saturates.
Yes.
Cut out your salt. Well, not all your salt, but, you know, to an extent.
Reduce it,
just do things like really, really basic things. You know, drink more water. Have a green tea, you know, watch your caffeine intake, stuff like that. You know, very, very simple steps. Yeah. That's another thing I think with all New Year's resolutions is you have to set very realistic, like micro goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very realistic, very very easy to accomplish.
Yeah.
Goals that you can hit it, knock it off, and move to the next one. If you just go,
if you go something, I want to lose 3 stone.
I want to lose,
That's such a massive goal, and it's so far in.
It's so far away. You're going to get disheartened and things like that. Whereas if you go, this week I want to lose half a pound.
Yeah.
And you smash it by like 1.5 pounds, you're like, lethal. You know, I'm doing really well. Next week I want to lose a half a pound. Blah blah blah. Just things like that. You know, definitely. I think for all New Year's resolutions. Another one is, now I've never done this. Don't know if you have, dry January.
Dry January. I don't know if I've done it or not, but I've definitely never done it intentionally. But I'd imagine there's probably. I mean, when I was like 13, I probably did a dry January. Yeah. Nah,
man.
But I don't know. I don't mind the idea of a dry January, but I don't think it's something I would have to go explicitly like. Because I don't drink a whole pile anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But when I do, it'll only be like once every couple of weeks.
Yeah. Exactly.
On a serious binge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are getting
this afternoon, for example. We're probably I'm using the fucking liter of Absolute vodka as a counterweight on our table because the mic keeps making it fall. That's what it is. It's a counterweight.
I've never done dry January because I've never had to. I suppose I've never felt the
like. I mean, you don't drink regular enough that if you find yourself, I have to drink in the third week of January. Oh no, I can't do this.
I know.
I'll do it because I won't drink for another 4 months.
It would be like me that one of my only drinks I have during the year would be in January. For whatever reason.
No, I'm the same. I mean,
giving up smoking, that's another big one as well, I guess.
I didn't start. Top tip.
I know.
If you want to give up smoking, try not starting.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't give any advice on that because
I think the only advice I can give watching like my two parents kind of come off smoking years and years ago was kind of just stick with it because in the end it's going to be worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
it's like you could do. I read it once said. A thing that helped him was, the way you spend so much money on getting cigarettes, like say you buy 20 a day, take the money you'd spend on that 20 a day and instead of just keep it in your pocket, put it into a little box. Do that for the month. At the end of the month, take all that money and go buy crack, and that'll give you the encouragement you need to get over the next month. But
that's brilliant.
That's what someone on Reddit said.
Yeah. Oh well, if
it works, whatever works for you.
Came from Reddit, it's got to be true.
But I think that's smoking. I couldn't even comprehend.
Can't really know
because I've never been addicted to it, and I understand it's very, very addictive.
Yeah. Saving money.
Saving money is a good one, actually. Yeah. I'd that's one I think I could recommend to absolutely anybody.
Yep, 100%.
Because it's just never a bad idea to save money.
You
need a rainy day fund. You need a what do you call that? An emergency fund. Say you lose your job or something. Unexpected happens.
Exactly, yeah. And it always starts off so well, like any resolution at the start of the new year, and people are like, "Oh, I'm putting this much away," and then it's okay if something happens. We talked about it last week that you can't. We are definitely not in control. Yeah. That stuff just happens, and it's okay if you need to borrow that money or you need to use that money for something. It's okay. You saved it for that purpose.
But try to get back to it then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Exactly, start back into it.
Because I feel that happens a lot. And I know what happens to me. It's like you miss a week, you miss a day at the gym.
Oh yeah, you feel like.
And then right, I should really just go tomorrow. And then you're like, but no, normally I don't do say Thursdays. Yeah. And then you wait till Friday, and you'll do Friday, and then maybe you start missing days. Then.
Yeah. It's very easy to fall into that rhythm.
Fall out of rhythm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. Biggest thing that helped me save money was I just set up a standing order. So I knew my wages were coming in every week, and straight away X amount comes out and it disappears into another savings account.
You don't miss it, you don't have it.
Like the first week or two, you're kind of like, oh, is that kind of all I got paid? And then you're like, oh no, wait, there's this amount away here. And then come the end of a month or 2 months, you look and you're like, holy shit, I saved that amount. Set it up for £10 even every week. And that adds up. That's 520 quid a week.
£10 you'd spend that on a takeaway.
Exactly.
You're missing a takeaway a week, big deal.
Big whoop. That's a very good way. Or just buy one of those money tins that you can't open. And just keep putting money into it.
I actually have one of those. It was fairly full, but I haven't. It's just full now, and I stopped putting money into it.
Or one of those big. I think you have one of them as well, like the big, massive glass.
Jars.
Yeah, put it because you're not getting it out of that.
No, you're not. Well, I've done it before. That's beside the point. But saving money is a good one. But again, try and keep at it over the course of the year. Do something what you said, like a standing order. Don't just say I'll just put any spare change into a jar. That's good to have, that's a bit of money lying about, but
take a penny, leave a penny.
Yeah. I think a better system to do it is something where it's coming out automatic. You don't even have to think about it, it's done.
Yeah. I actually really have to, speaking of which, I have to fix my standing order because where I last worked, I had it set up on a Thursday.
Oh, because you got paid on a Thursday.
I got paid on a Thursday, and now I don't get paid to a Friday. So every Thursday I fall into overdraft for 12 hours until I get paid again. So I really
that might look good on your credit though.
Oh yeah, that I'm fixing the overdraft.
You always pay it back.
Yeah, that's very
true. You never know.
Actually, yeah.
Credit score is another thing you can fix in the new year, the new you. But I don't really know how that works.
Credit score?
Oh, it's such a fucking handling.
I'm very, very thankful for Paddy, who used to do the podcast with us, that he helped me get the credit score up and going when we worked together years ago. It's like a year ago. And I'm very thankful to be shown how to do that and how like your credit cards help balance it out and stuff like that, because it's not something that I look at. It's just always there. It's just always in the background. But I'm thankful that I kind of have a sense of, oh, this could affect it in some way, but I'll worry about it later. But yeah, thankful for that, definitely. Any other? Can you think of any other like
New Year, new me things?
New Year, new me, or fads, or things that people just tend to do, or anything yourself that you're even planning on doing, or would like to do.
Nah, bro.
I say every year that I want to, and me and Ashley both said that we kind of want to go on more kind of trips together and see more parts. And it's so weird because like we can make the time to do it, and we don't. And then when we eventually get like maybe like 2 in the year or something on those both trips, you're like, this is amazing. Why are we not doing this more?
That happens with everything.
Come back from the trip, it's like, we're going to do this again, and we're going to do it this way.
Do you know what's going to happen? You said in the car on the way up here, you said about the LAN party this afternoon, this evening.
Yeah, right now.
You said, this is going to be the first one of the year. We're going to try and do this monthly. Or if not that, bi-monthly. And I was just like, I'd love to do that monthly, bi-monthly, right?
100%.
But it's going to be something like your trips. You're going to do the one the night. You're going to go, this is class. We should do this every month.
Yeah.
And next month it'll come around and it'll just pass.
Just pass. It'd be like,
we don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And then we go in about 3 months. Shit, we should do another fucking LAN party.
Kind of like our content for the channel.
It's a bit like that.
We should do a video. It's fine.
We have a podcast every week, but it's like
in fairness, we kind of
between videos.
See, when we came back from America last year,
aye,
within like
2 years ago now.
Is it?
It is.
You're joking.
I'm as serious as a fart attack.
Right enough, it's 20.
Technically 2 years ago, but it's only a year and a half ago. Like,
well, when we came back, we waited like a month, and we just went straight out and booked again. Yeah, because it was one of those things. It was like if we just book it now and commit to it now, that's it. It's done and dusted. And I think that was one of the best things to do, because now, like, I'm away in like 28 days, and I'm buzzing for it. You know what I mean?
Keep count there, Chris.
And then
like 27 days, you know.
And then
4 hours.
We keep saying, we're like, okay, when we come back, it's time to really start saving and stuff. But we're gonna come back, and we're gonna go and see my auntie, and she's gonna be like, you know where you should go? Yeah. We'll be like, let's go.
That's a pretty handy relation to have there now.
Man,
someone's just like, you know, we should go next.
Yeah.
Well, tell me.
I know.
I'd give me the best price.
Handy, yeah. No, I love having my auntie doing what she does. She's very good at it, actually.
Yes.
But I want to see more things. You know, I want to have more. I want to have more experiences.
Yes.
You know, and less kind of like
things.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it. I want to experience more. Yeah. You know, kind of way. Not just like, oh, I want to experience like holding a spider. Or,
oh my god!
You know what I mean? But I want to be like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I like.
It's hard to sort of say what experiences, because they come in such fucking such different ways. Like, it's just basically do more stuff.
Yeah, I want to worry less about the gym kind of this year. Not worry less about it, but it's always going to be something that's there, and that's.
You probably just do the gym though out of.
I just do it.
As you say, you
get it now.
Yeah, you get the energy. Yeah, from going to the gym.
Exactly, and I like
feel good.
I'm only back this week actually for the first time doing my 3 big lifts from my last hurt my back, and it's going so well this week.
Good.
It's giving me like a kind of get up and go for like maybe the rest of this month, but it's always got to be kind of in the back burner this year. I've got a lot going on this year, and really looking forward to those things. Don't know what else this year actually. Obviously, we want to make a hell of a lot more content for the channel. That's a big thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of my actual resolutions, and I'll say it now on camera, is to make sure that we get more... well, you actually said it earlier as well. More kind of critical of what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quantity over quality, all that kind of stuff. Which is kind of...
Quality over quantity.
What did I say?
Quantity over quality.
No, fuck quantity. Quality over quantity, yeah. You know, I don't want to be like last week with the camera messing up like that. I don't want to have audio slip up.
That was a 2017 thing.
Oh, it's so in the past.
Not happening this year.
I'm pretty sure we said it last year, but we did make a good effort. From we came back with like the new set. Things have been going very smoothly, and then there was a point there for like 4 weeks, for like a month. We're just knocking out videos, and then you know we took a little setback, and those things happen, and that's fine. But this year is definitely.
We're gonna try to be more consistent with it all.
Definitely more consistent.
Starting next week.
Yeah. Obviously this week's just it's pretty much over.
So much going on this week.
Want to get more involved with our community as well. We want to do more trips out and about, stuff like that.
We're planning a road trip, aren't we, to Belfast?
Very much so. Can't wait. Very much looking forward to that. I can't think of much else. Just got to work and, just
gonna better myself.
Enjoy things as they come along.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing everybody's kind of New Year's resolutions play out.
That's it as well. I hope. I know we were quite cynical at the start here. We were saying like people have all these New Year resolutions and we just normally see them fade out in a similar way. I hope they don't. I hope like a lot of them
definitely
succeed because that's obviously I want people to better themselves, people to be better. I want me to better myself as well. I know I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I mean, it's a good time to look at yourself at the start of the year and go, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to be at the end of this year?
One of mine and Ashleen's last year's New Year's resolutions was to go to mass more.
Oh yeah,
because I kind of in like recent year or two kind of like just phased out of going. It's not. It sounds so bad when I say it.
I have completely stopped going.
I was always, yourself, and you would have been the same. Would have been mass every single week. Would have went.
Yeah, but I like the way I would describe it is I was taken to mass every single week.
Yeah,
because my parents were kind of like, come on, you have to go to mass.
We're going to mass. Yeah. And then it got to the point where you were kind of making that decision for yourself. I was like, I could go to mass or I could not or do something else or blah blah blah. I've just gotten so lazy. I've just fallen into that routine. And anytime I do go to mass and I come out, I feel good. And I kind of just, that's definitely something I want to look into this year.
Going back to mass.
Going more.
Well, Chris, you may get on to it quick because it seems like there's not going to be many fucking priests left.
Fucking right, I know. Yeah. New Year's resolution, become a priest.
Become a priest. Any budding priests out there?
No, I can't think of any more.
You see, that's it. I don't really, and maybe that's something we should do. I don't really have New Year's resolutions, so I don't sit down and go like, what I want to achieve this year. Generally, the time of year that I think about that is whenever my birthday's coming around, and I'm going, fuck, I'm another year older now. What have I done? Or what am I going to do? Yeah, that's a good way to look at things as well. But one for us is we should go to dinner more. We should. Yeah, we should. We love our food. We love our food. And Sinker has put that into the back of my head, the bastard, whenever we did that McGangbang video. He was like, how are you guys not doing like a what did he say, like a food review? Like a food reviews and so. And I was just like, oh god. And I was like, don't give him any fucking ideas, Sinker. It's just gonna be another thing. It's like Inception in your head, though. I know the ideas. I know it's rooting its way about. I know, but dinner is something I never do, and I only ever do it with family. Yeah, I mean, we should go for food more. Yeah. I mean, that kind of way. Oh, yeah. Definitely. We should have more of those, 100%. That's something we'll look into. We'll start today. Yeah, we'll start today because we used to always go every single week before the podcast. We used to have our pre-podcast meal and then we come up here and do our thing and go home. And we kind of fell out of the way of that. So let's get stuck back into that, actually. Let us know in the comments below, actually, if you have any resolutions, weird, wacky, whatever they may be. Let us know if you have any resolutions you're going to do. And let us know if you've heard of any other resolutions where you've just went, that's complete and utter bullshit. Absolutely, 100%. Never going to Because we do like to shit on stupid resolutions as much as we like to talk about fulfilling. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, it's much more fun to shit on other people's resolutions. It is. But yeah, remember that you can find this podcast and all our other podcasts over at youtube.com. Just search for Xite Gaming. Remember, you can find the audio versions of this podcast over at iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher, and I think you can find us on SoundCloud every now and again, once in a while. Maybe not. You'll find an old episode there. You'll find episode 20-something on SoundCloud. Do we actually have 20-something up? That's the last one we put up. I think whenever... Oh, no, it was 17. Yeah. You'll find episode 17 now. This is episode 32. We don't do SoundCloud. No. Not so much. It just didn't really benefit us much. But yeah, you can find the audio versions there. Get in contact with us through our Facebook page, through any of our pages, on Instagram. You can keep up to date with what we get up to through our story as well. And our website actually, we haven't been plugging the website much. Oh, that's a resolution actually, to get more blogs up there, because there's always times when I'm sitting there and I'm be like, I should really write down what I'm thinking about, and I don't, and I'm like, I read things of other people's and I'm like, they literally just wrote down what they were thinking and I'm enjoying reading this. So why shouldn't people enjoy what I'm thinking? So well, it really depends on what you're thinking, Greg. Well, I could get locked up a lot of the time for what I'm thinking. But yeah, have you any closing thoughts, Dee, on this podcast? This podcast is a nice, short, sweet podcast to start off the year. That's good. That's good. Yeah. We're not going to keep you all from your New Year's resolutions. I would say, for those of you who have made New Year's resolutions and the whole New Year, New Me, I was going to say fad, but that whole thing.
Absolutely.
Maybe reconsider what you've said. If you've said something like, I'm going to lose 3 stone a day.
Yeah.
Maybe reconsider and do something more
Drink my
approachable.
own piss.
Drink my own piss. But if your New Year resolution is to drink your own piss, maybe rethink that, for the health benefits of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do it, just send us a video because we'd love to see that. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, just like maybe reconsider what you're going to do and maybe make sure it's as you say, realistic, sort of achievable goal, and something that's going to set you up to actually do it rather than maybe just like fall out of it after a month.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, if anybody wants to go to the gym, I'll go to the gym.
Chris goes
if
to the
anybody
gym.
wants to go for a bit of a squat session,
I'm
all up for that.
Chris will be your buddy at the gym.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll spot you, bro. Any closing thoughts this week? No, I don't think so. I'm just really looking forward to going to get something to eat. My stomach is starting to rumble.
I am well ready for food.
I'm very ready. I am 30% ready and 70% water. I'm sorry, I heard that in the office the other night. I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
There you go. That's a beautiful way to wrap up.
I think that'll do us for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in to episode 32 of the podcast. We will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.